welcome to the gaming news on, what is it today? Wednesday, the 21st of October 2020. And I would say we're starting with the biggest news of today. So if you have missed it, Twitch has issued thousands and thousands of DMCA claims against streamers on platforms. And there was a lot of trouble because of that. No, okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that, because I think that already like 50% of my people are like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Stop that. If I want to watch Corpse Husband, I watch Corpse Husband. Yeah, I know. So what happened? Well, yesterday, people around Twitch got a very, very unnice email. And it was a warning that they got basically DMCA claimed. Let us have a look at the said email. And then we are jumping into the who's and what and why this is fishy, to say the least. So, let's jump into this. We are writing to inform you that your channel was subject to one or more of these DMCA takedown notifications and that the content identified has been deleted. We recognize that by deleting this content, we're not giving you the option to fill a counter notification or seek a retraction from the rights holder. In consideration of this, we have processed these notifications and are issuing you a one-time warning to give you the chance to learn about copyright law and the tools available to manage the content on your channel. We know that copyright law and the DMCA are confusing. Over the past few months, we've been improving the tools available to help you manage music in your live and recorded content. These include the ability to delete all your clips at once and control who can create clips on your channel, scanning new clips with Audible Magic, and launching a free way to stream high-quality music on your channel, Soundtrack by Twitch. Now that these tools have been released to all creators, we'll resume the normal processing of DMCA takedown notification received after 12 noon PST on Friday, October 23rd, 2020. To avoid receiving a DMCA takedown, notifications for the recorded content that remains on your channel, we recommend you to take following actions. Review your clips, VODs, and on any other content in your creator dashboard, and delete anything that includes unlicensed copyrighted material. If you are unsure about the contents of your archive, you can delete all of it. Visit your help pages to learn more about managing VODs and clips. Join the Creator Camp live learning session on Wednesday, October 21 at 2 p.m. PST. We will provide an overview of your music guidelines and discuss recent product updates that make it easier to protect your channel and answer questions from chat in real time. Review Twitch's DMCA guidelines, community guidelines, and music guidelines. So, let's talk about this email and how much bullshit there is in this email. So, let's take this apart bit by bit. We are writing to inform you that your channel was subject to one or more of those DMCA takedown notification and that the content identified has been deleted. We recognize that by deleting this content, we're not giving you the option to file a counter notification or seek a retraction from the rights holder. In consideration of this, we have processed those notifications and are issuing a one-time warning to give you the chance to learn about copyright law and the tools available to manage the content on your channel. Okay, first things first. Dear Twitch, what was the DMCA? By law, not by your grace and not by anything you deem possible, by law, you have to send those notifications to the offender, and the offender has to be told what exactly was the offense by law. Not because you deem this a necessity or anything. It is by law. And by law, you are not allowed to not give the person the chance of a counter argument and a counter retraction. That is given by law. You can't just take that away. So what you're basically doing here is already, well, highly illegal, and this is not coming from me, this is coming from lawyers who have already had a chance to look at this, and they are like, what is this? What the hell are you doing? Like, who of your lawyers said this is a good thing? And then, to make it even worse, they just deleted it, like they deleted apparently all the evidence, which is also not how it works. Like, basically, the person who did that DMCA thing, or, well, got a DMCA and broke the copyright laws, has to get the information what is what, then needs a chance to say, okay, this is right, you are right, sorry, broke the copyright laws, you're right with the DMCA takedown, I will remove it, I will do something about it. Not the platform holder. The plaintiff does. Well, Twitch deleted it, which is already, like, this is one of the things, like, why DMCA exists actually in the first place. DMCA was created for platform holders, or is used for platform holders, so that they can just say, hey, it ain't my fault, I'm just the platform holder, I'm not the person who uploaded this, so it ain't me. Like, I'm washing my hands here. Like, I have nothing to do with this. That was one of the things why DMCA was created in the first place, so that platform holders, no matter what, could always be like, wasn't me. And Twitch is taking its own action in this? Something safe harbor, something. Like, what are you doing, Twitch? You, by doing something regarding a DMCA takedown, makes you basically connected. Like, your lawyer, or your lawyers, I'm pretty sure you have multiple ones, should have screamed at you at this point and say, no, leave it alone, leave it alone. So the thing is, what the heck? And they're also saying that all those notifications has been processed into one warning, and, well, they are now giving you graciously the chance to know about copyright law and all that stuff without telling you what you actually did, which is pretty useless. Like, to make this clear, who got those emails, I, by the way, didn't get one, so I was not big enough, but let me give you an example of a person who definitely got an email about this. And Carnage got a copyright claim. Now that dude, if you have never watched his content, is not playing any copyrighted music. He's not playing any music at all. Besides of his intros, and basically he has the rights for that music and stuff because it's his self-created stuff. So it's not like the things where he has music is basically copyright free and is his stuff. And then when he is streaming, he's only streaming gaming music, and he makes sure most of the time that he is not playing any music, so that he got caught by this means he didn't play any copyright music, as some people make it look to be. Like, yeah, you're pretty dumb if you were getting caught by playing, like, I don't know, the newest Mariah Carey song or whatever, right? It's like, no, people got caught because there was some in-game stuff. Yeah, well then, tune down the radio in GTA. And it's like, those people don't. The problem is DMCA is a mess. And the Twitch is basically just saying, yeah, learn what DMCA is not helping. And Vubia, hi there. I'm doing great. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a thought train here, so hi, I see you. Welcome in. How are you doing? Glad to have you. And DMCA is a mess, and just putting this on the content creator and tell them, yeah, figure out what it is not helping. Like, this is not helping. Again, they took away the right of a person to know exactly what they got a DMCA takedown for, and that they can actually argue against it. So they basically gave them, and this is another thing which is very, very problematic, is that what they are saying, they basically took like all the DMCA claims, mashed them together, deleted all the evidence, and then just handed out one strike. That is not how it works again. DMCA claims have to go out one by one. Like, every single DMCA claim has to be its own claim. I know it's ludicrous, but that is how it works per law. What Twitch basically just did is they took all the DMCA claims for a channel, mashed them together, deleted all the evidence, and they were like, oh yeah, we issued you a DMCA strike. Hi, bye. Like, this is absolutely fishy. This is absolutely fishy. And so, why is this happening? Well, the next answer for that is in this particular area. So they're talking about all the great features they have on Twitch. By the way, which features do they have for the content creators? I don't think they have any besides of we are trying to track down music and mute it in the VOD, but not in the clips and stuff. It's like, yeah, and it's not doing a great job. So what kind of features do you offer to your content creators to really do something about it? Because, and we will talk about this a little bit later, YouTube is actually offering tons of features, and we will talk about that in a few. But what are you exactly offering? I have been a partner on your platform for 3 months, and I haven't seen a single feature which gives me any clue about DMCA stuff. So, must have missed that. We will resume the normal processing of DMCA takedown notifications received after 12 noon PST on Friday, October 23rd, 2020. So, there was a very interesting article with Kotaku, and Kotaku apparently has asked a little bit around at Twitch, and you will see something very weird here in a second. Ignore it. 3, 2, 1. Exactly. Hi, I'm loading my phone. Sorry. I know, not very professional. I'm loading my phone. What can I do? It's only at 10%. Give me a break here, please. But back to the topic. So apparently what happened when the first DMCA strikes happened on Twitch a few months ago, Twitch finally started to realize that their DMCA system is non-existent. It doesn't work. Because apparently for whatever reason, Twitch thought like they would only get a few DMCA takedowns here and there, and they would only be for like movies and TV shows and whatnot, and they could just handle them as they come. They didn't have any systems in place. But then the first DMCA wave came in, and they realized very quickly, oh damn, well, the music industry found us, the music industry has determined that they could make some bucks from it. And now they are sending DMCA strike after DMCA strike after DMCA strike. And so what Twitch apparently then did, to protect themselves, not the creators, but to protect themselves, they did freeze the DMCA takedowns. And apparently you can do that till up like a month or so. And in the meantime, they developed tools to issue and process those DMCA claims automatically. So now, yesterday was the day where they grandfathered in all those DMCA claims, took them, deleted all the evidence, and is now pretending to be, well, that never existed. Like, I don't know what the DMCA claims were, but they issued basically, well, and this is the thing why it apparently works for Twitch and why Twitch will not get into trouble. They're not issuing a real DMCA claim, because what Twitch did is they deleted all the evidence and is now pretending this never happened, but they issue a Twitch claim to the content creators, and they give them a strike on a Twitch system. So it's not like that they really issued a DMCA claim to the content creator, like they should have. They made themselves complicit by deleting all the evidence, putting now systems in place, hoping this is okay for the music industry and this works out. And now they just issued strikes. Not DMCA strikes, but basically Twitch strikes to the content creators. But they are selling it as a DMCA strike. But in reality, that's not really what happened. So, starting on Friday, the new system will be in place and will get activated. And then every DMCA claim which is coming through will be handled automatically. But the problem is, we have absolutely no clue what the creator can do about it. Because as it seems, at least in the email, Twitch is not giving you anything to counter the DMCA claim. Which again, by law, is a given right. Like, that is one of the reasons why DMCA exists. It's basically a system where the copyright holder has to become active. Right? They have to do the first step by sending out the notifications. And then the person in question has the chance to argue about it and say, no, I can tell you, I can showcase you, or I have reasons that you don't have the rights on this right now. And there are multiple reasons. Like, it's not as easy as some people sometimes think when it comes to copyright. But you are giving the right to say something about it, to do something against it, to do a counter argument. And then it goes back to the company, and the company has to look at it and has to decide if this is true or if it isn't. If it is true and the counter argument was right, the DMCA claim disappears and everything is good. If it isn't, well, it goes basically back to the plaintiff, and at that point, it comes down to, well, no, I'm pretty sure I am right on this. Let's discuss this in court. And then this whole thing goes to court. Well, if they decide to go for it. Let's be real here. Apparently, the amount of DMCA takedown court things are that small. Like, in all those decades DMCA existed, the amount of like court hearings and whatnot regarding a DMCA claim and the DMCA takedown are basically non-existent, because it is such a mess that even courts are like, yeah, this can become expensive, especially for the right holder, if they basically issued a DMCA claim which doesn't hold up. Like, it can become very expensive. And so most companies never go to court about this. Or, well, the person who got the DMCA takedown never goes to court about this. So basically ends up with one of the sides are pulling out of this whole thing. And they're just like, you know what, it's not worth it. Yeah, we take down the DMCA takedown. Or the person who got the DMCA takedown is like, you know what, it's not worth it. I take it, whatever. So, yeah. Like, I'm very interested to see, like, what kind of system does Twitch offer at this point? And let me show you something. Let me show you something. And Alf, that's basically what I tried to answer. Maybe I have not answered it in the right way. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. It can be, but I hoped I answered that already. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Um, let me see. Can I? Let me see if I find like a quick example. Ah, wonderful. Wonderful. I don't know why there is a copyright claim on that, but that is not my. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, wonderful. Let me show you this. Ah, perfect. So, this is a video about. Yeah, here's the thing. Let me show you this. So, this is a video which has been basically copyright claimed by Content ID, and I cannot make any money on it because there's something running in the background. And to make this very clear so that people finally realize this, because I have seen this argument what KD and Kirscher posted earlier. Yeah, it's just like, stop listening to copyrighted music. Doesn't matter. The copyrighted music is not the problem here. This video got copyright claimed by Take-Two Interactive for showing a video claim. It's a visual claim. There's no audio on this. It's only me talking over the PlayStation event. There is no audio whatsoever. So what they basically claimed is that this part, Grand Theft Auto 5, coming to new generation consoles, which is a visual claim, got claimed basically by Content ID, which is a form of DMCA. It's basically a form where YouTube talked to the copyright holders and was like, hey folks, you want to make money in the end, right? Yeah, right. So how about we are giving you a system where you can automatically make money from it and you don't have to issue like DMCA claims all the time. And the industry was like, yeah, that's actually what we want. We want money. So yeah, we agree to this. So technically, this is a copyright claim. It's not, because I didn't get a DMCA notice and nobody filled out a DMCA claim. But in the end, the system was basically introduced on YouTube to stop all the copyright claims, or most of the copyright claims, and just give the content holders money so that they don't issue DMCA claims all the time. So, but here's the point. This is a visual claim, so it has nothing to do with music. And I even can give you some other, there have been some copyright claims for some stuff. You want to see another copyright claim? Sure. Let me show you the copyright claim of this one. In-game music, Mr. John Williams. Bam. You can see it right here. And bam, you can see it right here. Bam. Got 2 copyright strikes, basically, for Mr. John Williams and his music. Even though this was probably not even recorded by John Williams, but it is his music and he created it. Like, this is how convoluted copyright claim is. Like, EA has the license to make those games. They have the Star Wars license with all the music and all the content. Mr. John Williams has not even created the music for this game. It was probably somebody else who just like rearranged the music and whatnot. And there was still a company out there who said, wait a second, this sounds like John Williams music and SME, so Sony Classical, right? And they're like, yeah, we claim this. Sony is claiming this, who have nothing theoretically to do with this game in any shape or form. That is how messed up DMCA claims are. This is how messed up the copyright law is right now. Like, before anybody says, hey, just stop listening to like royalty and copyright music, it is not that simple. That is the problem. That is the problem. So, it is not easily done with, oh man, those idiots who are always listening to copyrighted music on stream, well, they deserve it. Again, people got caught by their system who never played any copyrighted music on their channel. They just played video games. And again, this brings us to the point of what kinds of tools are you offering to do something about this? Because right now, Twitch, it sounds like you don't. And this is what, and I can't believe I will say this. Like, I can't. But this is where YouTube is just better and does it better than Twitch, because they have already years and years of knowledge about this, and they're offering actually some actions here. So, as you can see, we have this Imperial Starfleet deployed. City in the Clouds by John Williams cannot be monetized, because this is the part which they figured out is the problem. And now I can select an action. I can do something about this. And I can now decide if I want to trim out the segment, replace the song, or if I want to mute the song, or if I want to dispute this. These are the actions I can now take. And I'm pretty sure that Twitch is not giving me those actions. Especially, like, the more we read that email, it seems like especially that people will not have the chance to dispute this, which is again against the law. So I really hope that Twitch has a system in place which works and which does something for the content creators. Because if not, well, a lot of people will start to lose their channels very quickly, and a lot of people will start to just mute their music entirely. And maybe it's not even music, like at some point you will get a copyright claim for the laser sounds in Star Wars. Like, you might laugh about this, but let me show you something which is absolutely insane. Let me show you something. One of my videos, there it is. There it is. This is insane. Let me show you this for a second. This is the PlayStation 5 showcase we watched together on stream. Look at this. This happened after 5 minutes I uploaded the video. Look at this. Apparently, I showed Biohazard Village. How dare I? Right? So this is already like... Who has the claim on this? Capcom. The countdown. This is apparently like an in-between thing which happens. Like, I don't know what this is. Devil May Cry the Special Edition. Hey Capcom. Nice. Then we have Machine Learning Part 2, which is again another on behalf of Extreme Music Library. Like, I don't even know what that is. It's apparently the intro which was running on the PlayStation stream. And then another one which was like one of those scenes between the trailers. Right? Like they had always those... Let me mute this. They had always those scenes which were playing between the trailers, right? It's like, you see how many technically copyright claims I just got? On this one video? On Twitch? I would be banned by now. And I haven't really done anything like besides doing my job. And to be honest, I could counterclaim all those arguments. Because it's journalistic fair use. And I'm doing my job as journalist. I'm an official journalist. And... well, basically I could counter-argument that whole thing. I could, but it's just too much work. And I don't make any money from this anyways, so... it's like, yeah, okay, well, whatever. But... the point is just... it is so easy to run into... into DMCA claims. But yeah, like on Friday, the real thing starts. And what Twitch is basically telling you, don't have VODs. Don't have clips, don't have VODs. Because something might have happened to them. And if you're getting 3 strikes, like whoever you are out. And to make this very clear, this is on Twitch. I blame this entirely on Twitch. Wait, what? DMCA is not new. DMCA exists since, what was it, 1995, I think? Or 1997, like one of the two. And Twitch had been time for years to prepare for this time. They should have. Because they should have known that the music industry will find them. It's like a zombie corpse who's moving from city to city to find some last coins because they just can't get enough. But they should have known they're coming. And especially now with 2020 and the pandemic, like a lot of artists and a lot of like music labels looked for other ways to make money. And they found this platform with hundreds of millions of people coming in every month. And they have no way to monetize it. This is not allowed to exist in the world of the music industry. So Twitch should have seen this coming. But Twitch has always defended themselves with, well, it is live. You know, live is a little bit different than videos and VODs and stuff, so... But the problem is that Twitch has a VOD system. That Twitch has a clip system. And they ignored it. They brushed it off. They were like, nah, it's not important. Whatever. Not our problem in the end. And yeah, this is gross negligence at best, what Twitch is doing here. Like, I can't even begin to explain this whole shit show. And again, like, this is not, like, even the content creators who complained a lot yesterday didn't complain because they got DMCA takedown. They were basically like, yeah, maybe I have been listening to some copyrighted music like the other day. Yeah, sure. But not telling me what it is and not telling me anything about what I did is like the dumbest thing you can do. It's like when people are having an argument and they're like, hey, yeah, I'm really angry at you. Why? Yeah, you should know. What? Oh, no. Don't do this. Don't be one of those people. Like, you should know? Like, I know a lot of things, and I know a lot of bad things. So, I have probably done a lot of shit. So, you tell me what you want. Or, to be a little bit more precise here, in front of a court, and you were like, yeah, so the plaintiff, yeah, you did it. You are now going to jail for 6 years. What did I do? Like, what am I standing in front of, like, a judge here? Why do I go to jail? Yeah, you should know. No? I don't. What? That's not how it works. And this is what Twitch is trying to do here. This, you should know. We won't tell you. We deleted also all the evidence. So, tough luck. I was like, no, that's not how it works. It's, again, gross negligence. Like, this is typical Twitch trying to put the blame on the content creator. And yeah, that's exactly what they did. Well, here's the thing. Before anybody is starting with, yeah, they're breaking the laws, so they can be sued about this, right? Twitch is doing something very sinister here. Like, as I explained before, they took all the DMCA claims for the channels, put them together into one claim, deleted all the evidence from the DMCA claim, is now pretending as this never happened to the copyright holder, and they're like, what DMCA claims and what exact copyright you were talking about? Like, there's nothing here. It's gone. What you were talking about? And they basically issued a warning to all the content creators, and they're like, hey, we received DMCA notices against your channel. We took care of it. So see this as a strike, as a warning from us. Not as a DMCA strike, but a warning from us and a strike from us. And when the real DMCA takedowns are starting on October 23rd, which is right here, there will be no protection from us. Like, this was the last and first time, basically, where Twitch did something very fishy. Like, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if they broke the law, especially not for US law. I'm not living in the US, so my knowledge about the US law is not on a high level. But that's basically what they did here. Like, hey, we deleted all the evidence. We will just behave as nothing happened. Like, when somebody is asking, we know nothing. But on Friday, it's your ass on the line. Like, we do nothing anymore here. Like we are just activating all the DMCA takedowns again on Friday, and then it's up to you. But the problem is, as you said, like this is why I showed my YouTube stuff. Like it is so easy to get DMCA takedowns. Like it's not a tough thing. So this could be the big exodus of Twitch streamers. Not because they choose this on their own volition, but because Twitch screwed up. And this is what I always said, right? This is what I always said when Mixer was still around. If Mixer will ever make it beyond Twitch, well, they're now dead, so they cannot make it anymore. But at that point, I was always saying, if Mixer will ever make it and will ever overthrow Twitch, it's because Twitch has killed themselves. Alf, thank you so much for being here, man. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. So, Twitch could actually like kill themselves here. Because if they are losing like 100 of their top content creators, like everyone got one of the big ones, like Tim the Tatman, Carnage, Lyric, like basically the creme de la creme of the Twitch network got those emails. And if they should get like another copyright strike or even like a third copyright strike, they're gone. And I trust Twitch that they're messing it up somewhere. Like, they will screw it up. Because unfortunately, Twitch has really managed week after week after week to be in the news with bad stuff. And I just. Like, again, if there will be a Twitch streamer exodus, it will be probably of this thing. Like if the tools Twitch are providing are not as good as like on YouTube, and let's be honest here, they won't, because Twitch is Twitch. This could be the first time ever where Twitch has to be a little bit more corporate than usual, which they just don't manage. And it will be horrible for the content creators. Like again, this could be the first time where we see like big content creators have to leave the platform because they get banned because of DMCA takedowns, and they move to a new one. Like, I hate to say it, but Twitch is basically their own biggest competitor. Because they're just, like, the people who are making the decisions are apparently as bad as the people at Mixer who made the decisions. And they're just, like, they're dumb. Whoever makes the decision over there should have been swapped out like a long time ago. They are bad at their job. And this could actually like cost them a lot of money and kill them quite badly if the tools are not good. What do I think about Glimish? I said it before. I don't think that those people know what they're in for, and if they don't have a big sponsor behind them, and when I say big sponsor, I mean a company who has millions and billions of money. They underestimate like the amount of money you have to pour into a streaming platform to make it work, and I don't think the Glimish is going anywhere if they don't have the financial support. If they have the financial support, then it will be interesting. But if they don't have the financial support, then it's not even the financial support. It's the support of making a wave. because I mean, look at what is their name? Why do they have such a shitty name and I always forget about it? What is it called? I, what is their name? Uh, what is this thing? What's the name? I always forget the name. I'm so bad. Like, this is the one streaming platform I always forget the name. Trovo. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Yeah, Trovo. Like, look at Trovo. Trovo has the support. Yeah, yeah, thank you, Sakura. Trovo. Um, Trovo has the support of Tencent, a giant in the gaming industry, and who is very successful with their Chinese streaming platform. Like, crazy successful. And look at them. Like Trovo is not getting anywhere, even though they have the financial support. They don't have the marketing support. Like they are not making enough waves to go basically everywhere with it. And so Glimish is just I don't think they're going anywhere. Like they need not just only the money support, but they also need the marketing push. And getting that marketing push is really tough. Like you need a company who really knows what they're doing and what they're aiming for. And right now, I don't see Glimish to get there. Like I would love to if they do, but it really comes down to who's their supporter here. And as far as I've seen, they have no big supporter. Like this is really a community platform for community streamers. And unfortunately, we have reached a point where a lot of people see this more like a commercial thing and like a business. And again, they need the viewers to sustain that. And if Glimish cannot provide those viewers through marketing pushes, through money investment, then Glimish will hit a wall very soon, very quickly. So, yeah, I don't think that Glimish is going anywhere. But the point is, Twitch screwed this up. And you know why Twitch screwed this up again? Because Twitch is absolutely abysmal when it comes to communication. This could have been communicated weeks and months ago. And even when they communicated it, well, yesterday, they did an absolute horrible job. They did an absolute horrible job by it. So, it's, yeah, they are, like, communication is key. And yes, please ban units. Communication is absolutely key in this, and there is no communication from Twitch because Twitch is just doing things and it's like, you like it? Oh, you don't? Why has nobody told us before? Think, think about this for a moment. Twitch has collected over at least a month all the DMCA takedowns without doing anything with them. They've collected them for a month and then just deleted the evidence, issued a Twitch strike, not a copyright strike, but a Twitch strike because they pretend that this never happened, And now they are putting the blame on the streamer. I know this is sometimes what YouTube does, and YouTube has done in the past. Like, it's not like YouTube is an angel here in any shape or form. But the communication on this is just, hey, yeah, just a warning. Like we like claimed your ass on Friday. Like you have now 2 days or 3 days to delete all your VODs, to delete all your clips, more or less. Like to delete your hard work from the past 6 years sometimes, because Twitch VODs are not getting deleted, not like on Mixer. Like they're there indefinitely. The same goes for clips. And you better delete them all till Friday, because on Friday, the real DMCA takedowns will come in. And after 3 claims, where we already gave you one, even though it's not a real claim, but still, we count it as one, your ass is off the platform. That is what they basically communicated with the streamers. And it's like, Twitch, you were shit at this. Like, whoever is doing communication is like really bad at their job. Or, well, whoever gives the guidelines is pretty bad. Like, it's just, they don't have the creators' well being in their mind in any shape or form. And which is, and some people will say, yeah, duh. It shouldn't be, yeah, duh, because that's what makes Twitch money. I don't know if we have all forgotten this, but what makes Twitch money is advertisement, right? Subscriptions, bits. Where are those people using those things? Well, in the big channels with people who really know what they're doing and how to basically like get the people into the idea of, hey, spend money, support me. And Twitch is making also money from that. So it is technically in the best interest to support the creators who are already doing an outstanding job and keep them on the platform as long as possible, because they are making also money for Twitch, and not to a small amount. So it is absolutely mind-blowing to me that Twitch has been doing nothing but just discrediting their content creators for the last few months. And believe me, have been talking to a good amount of content creators in the past, even bigger ones. Like, if Twitch wouldn't generate the money it generates for those people, they would have left this shit show a long time ago. That's why so many people actually hope that Mixer could make a dent into Twitch, and why so many people hope for contracts. When they saw that Ninja, Shroud, and stuff are getting contracts on Mixer, there were a good amount of Twitch streamers who were just hoping for the same. And they were as devastated as a lot of Mixer streamers when they heard that Mixer is dying and got shut down. And that tells you a lot about the platform. Like when your own content creators are just full of the plays they're working on. That is not good. So, all in all, this is a shit show, to say the least. And the real shit show will begin on Friday. And on Friday, we will find out how well the new system, how well the new system is. Like, so. It's this will be interesting. Like more infos to come, and I will keep you posted. But I think I've said everything I wanted to say in the last hour. Again, this is absolutely fishy, and it is not just about people listening to copyright music. Like, if it would be that easy, then a lot of people would have just been like, yeah, alright, whatever. But the problem is, it isn't. It's not just copyright music, it's just also playing video games. Like, technically, here's the thing. This is the last thing I will say on this. Like, really the last thing, and then we will move on. But here's the thing. Streaming video games on the internet is technically already breaking copyright laws. Because, technically, by definition, streaming those games is like streaming or restreaming a movie. Technically. But game developers and publishers, instead of the music industry, who is still living in the 90s, have realized, oh, this is a great marketing tool. Millions of people are watching, and millions of those people, like even if it's just 10, 20%, would buy the games. Who wouldn't buy it? Or who wouldn't bought it? Like, if you want to get a perfect example on this, look at Among Us. Look at Among Us. Among Us came out 2 years ago. Nobody cared. Nobody heard about it. And then streamers and YouTubers picked it up, like over a year ago. And yesterday, we had like an American political person who streamed for the first time on Twitch with over 400,000 viewers. She streamed for the first time ever on Twitch for 400,000 people. Like, people who have never heard of Among Us probably saw it and they were like, hey, this looks kind of fun. Because a politician played a video game. So, gaming publishers and gaming developers have very much realized like the marketing power behind streaming and YouTube videos. This is why they don't issue DMCA claims. But technically, they could. Like, if Epic Games wanted, they could go into every single Fortnite stream and shut them down per DMCA claim. Because I'm pretty sure that 99.9% of all the people didn't ask for permission, didn't get anything in written form. But again, the gaming industry is smart and realizes the huge marketing potential behind it. And this is why they allow it. Because they realize like how much money they can make from that. The music industry is like, meh, 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 no, we don't like this. We don't make a single cent immediately from it, meh. But that's the problem. So, yeah. And Woo Bear, I know you mean that as a joke, but all right. But with that said, we're done with the Twitch topic, but we are not done with the gaming news, because talking about bad responses, we had the news yesterday, or well, no, not yesterday, on Monday, that NBA 2K21 has advertisements in the loading screen of the game, and they are unskippable, and people are not happy about it. Now, I said it before, those advertisements were back in the day, I think for the last 2 years or something, And now NBA 2K21 has issued a statement and is saying, there we go, loading screen. Thank you, Twitter. As many are aware, in recent years, ads have been integrated into 2K TV segments. Yesterday's 2K TV ad placement impacted our players' experience in a way we didn't intend. You did. Shut up. As these ads are not meant to run as part of the pre-game introduction. This will be fixed in future episodes. Thanks for your continued feedback. So what they're basically saying is like, well, okay, you didn't like this to make us more money, and we will fix it at some point, some patch, or maybe next year's installment. Thank you for your concern. Like, this is basically what this statement is. It's a big, oh, well, you caught us. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we will fix it. Like, we will move it somewhere else. Like, they're not even removing it. They're just like moving it somewhere else. And it's like, all right. Well, that was too expected. By the way, $70 game. Yeah, $70 game for next gen because they have to make sure that they recoup their development cost. That's like, yeah, yeah. Man, it's just, I don't know. Speaking of, we need more money. Yeah, South Park BP video. That's a pretty good one. Speaking about money, wop wop wop. So EA is now facing a class action lawsuit in the good old Canada, with the plaintiff essentially arguing that the games giant is profiting of an illegal gambling business by selling randomized loot boxes for cash. Yep. Apparently, two customers of EA have started a lawsuit in Canada, and they're now suing EA for that. Now, keep in mind, this is a class action lawsuit, and with that, it's a civil claim. And, like, in the end, if they are getting, like, the right, and the judge is like, yup, you were right on this, I agree with you, then the only thing which will happen is that those people get their money. But this would definitely put some pressure on the government, like no matter what, because they're seeing, oh, we had multiple class action lawsuits here against this. Maybe we should take a look at this. Like, if EA loses this is a pretty good or a pretty bad sign for EA and for all the people who are using loot boxes. And this is a very strong sign to the legislators to do something about it. I mean, there have been already legislations worldwide who are looking into this. Like, we just had the news a few days ago that actually Germany is now talking about a new law which would change the age rating in Germany the moment you have loot boxes in it. And this is like very devastating if this is going through because, well, you have, like, let's say Overwatch or Overwatch 2, which will have guaranteed loot boxes, I can already tell you. And instead of being rated T14, which is 12 years old here, it would have been rated for, let's say, mature, which is 18. Can you imagine that? Overwatch 2 being a mature rated game? And I know in the US, like, it's more or less a guiding systems. So if the parents are like, whatever, right, it is more like a guidance. Here in Germany, it is not a guiding system. Like, the age restriction is actually put out by the lawmaker. Like, they have basically an institution who is like doing all the age restrictions. And let's say you want to buy a 16 or 18-year game, like for mature audience, you need an ID card here. Like, you need an ID card. or you can't buy it, like even online. So the last thing, let's say Overwatch ones, or even FIFA, think about it like FIFA ones, that they are now out of nowhere are a mature game. And I bet with you that 50% of the audience are kids who are buying that game, will not be able to do so anymore, or will not be able to do so anymore that easily. So that's the last thing anybody wants. And the only way to really like evade that, kill off the loot boxes. And especially sports games didn't do it yet. They just didn't do it yet. We will see. Yeah, that could be an issue. What Eunice is saying, they could just patch it afterwards. Activision has done so. Especially Activision has done so with Crash Team Racing and a Call of Duty game, right? Like there were no loot boxes at the beginning, and there were actually some commentators and some news writers who applauded this. And they were like, yeah, look at this. Activision is not doing the loot box thing. Yay, we should support this. Woo. And then like a month later, Activision is like, oh yeah, by the way, we have prepared a new patch which will introduce loot crates to the game. Right? So I'm not sure, because I don't know the law yet, but I would be very interested to see what this does to, let's say, a game like when you have it on your PlayStation or something, and the age rating is changing. Like, I'm very interested to see what will happen next. Like, will it stop working if you don't have an ID card? Or do they not do anything about it? Like, I'm not sure what that would imply, but I can already see that a lot of developers and publishers would pull that trick. Like, I can totally see that. So, good point. Absolutely good point. Now, we had some tough topics and some rough news. And as our last news for today, I want to watch a video with you. I haven't watched this yet, and this could be actually interesting. So, let's have a look, shall we?
A new multiplayer scenario available in the free October game update. Over the course of 60 turns, you'll pillage the high seas, expand your fleet, claim treasure, and increase your infamy. Victory means not only surviving, but also having the highest score when the scenario ends. Your score will be based on the points you rack up for fighting, treasure, and infamy.
Yes,
You'll
this is
have
Sid
the
Meier's
option
Pirates.
to set sail as a captain for one of 4 pirate factions. Each has its own unique abilities and playstyle to help you conquer the tropics and keep you out of Davy Jones' locker. The Dread Pirate faction has an active ability called Walk the Plank. It immediately sinks a badly damaged enemy ship and temporarily increases your combat strength and movement. The Dread Pirate passive, Fightin' is what we do best, grants additional gold anytime a unit engages in combat. The Privateer faction is sponsored by a government patron. Their active ability is called Bring Her Home, and enlists a badly damaged enemy ship into their patron's navy in exchange for gold and infamy. Their passive ability, Letter of Marque, reveals the location of all ports owned by their patron and provides additional gold for pillaging trade routes. The Swashbuckler faction focuses on ferocious exploration. Their active ability, Tack into the Wind, provides a significant temporary movement boost, perfectly pairing with their passive ability, Sailing the Open Seas. This ability grants infamy for revealing more hexes of the map. Finally, the
Interesting.
Hoarder faction has an active Chain Shot ability that lets them temporarily anchor another unit in place. Their passive ability, Mine, 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 reduces the cost of unit maintenance, grants bonus points for burying treasure, and awards interest on the Hoarder's gold reserves. Of course, pirates aren't the only fleets on the briny deep. There are also 4 powerful AI civilizations: England, France, Spain, and the Netherlands. While their
Makes
navies
sense.
enjoy hunting down pirates, their clearly marked trade routes make it easy to find small trade ships to plunder. For those set on bigger prey, a special treasure fleet sets sail from a random port every few turns. Treasure fleets comprise deadly guard ships as well as bountiful gold ships. If you pillage one and survive, you'll be rewarded with bonus treasure points and heaps of gold. Also after these riches are savage fleets of buccaneers, who replace barbarians in this scenario.
Of
Buccaneer
course.
camps make for excellent pillaging, but watch out for infamous pirates. These special enemies
my.
pack a strong punch and grant infamy to any pirate able to sink them. Of course, there's more to life than fighting. When you dock at a port and visit a tavern, you can find additional crew, treasure maps, and occasionally even powerful relics that provide
Oh my.
unique buffs. So what think ye, matey? Will you be a privateer, a treasure hoarder, an explorer, or a brute?
Probably a
How will you
privateer.
lead your pirate fleet in Sid Meier's Civilization 6?
Okay, that's cool. It's not like Sid Meier's Pirates, but at least it's like getting closer to it. So yeah, it's looks interesting. I could definitely check that out. I loved Sid Meier's Pirates, and hey, if this is like a beginning of something, right? Like maybe they're seeing that there's interest for it. We might finally get some new pirate game. Like, sure. Sure. All right. One last news. I totally forgot about this. I am so sorry. How could I forget? There's some very interesting news, and let me show you this. Actually, can I? I always hate. No, I can't. Oh, this is on YouTube. Oh, but this is. Oh, yeah. No, this is not really what I want to showcase here. Um. Well, we just have to. We just have to watch like the Twitter portion. Yeah, they also put out like the BR game, which was kind of interesting. So this is kind of cool. As you know, Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out in less than 1 month, and we'll have, well, a lot of different dubs: English, French, German, Japanese, Brazilian Portuguese, Mandarin, Polish, Russian, Italian, Spanish, and many, many more. And they will all be dubbed in their own language. Now, problem is always with dubs that it's nice to have them, but most of the time the lip sync of the characters is basically created for the English dub, or, well, the version of the game it was created for. Like, let's say when it was like a Japanese game, it would have like the Japanese lip sync, and it would just look weird. Now with Cyberpunk, though, they announced that Cyberpunk will have their own lip sync for all the different languages. Here is a wonderful example of this. Like, this is the English lip sync, French lip sync, and so on and so forth. So they will have their own lip sync for the characters in that specific language, which is pretty cool. Like, that is pretty significant. And yeah, it's that is a pretty cool thing to have. Like apparently it was used through an AI research, so it was not something where developers had to sit down too much and do it all on their own, but this was actually done through an AI stuff. So there's basically an AI who is doing this, and of course we have to see how much it holds up, but I also assume that they have maybe done their due diligence. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a neat little thing, but it's nice to have, I assume. But yeah, that was basically it. There's one last quick news which just apparently broke like an hour ago. Apparently, PayPal is now dealing in cryptocurrency, and you can buy, sell, and shop with PayPal in cryptocurrency. Which is like, all right, interesting. Like, not that I'm really interested in cryptocurrency, but for the people who are, maybe that is useful information. All right, but folks, with that said, we are done with the gaming news for today. Took us quite a bit, and we will be back with it tomorrow, of course. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you tomorrow with the next gaming news.